Dear students, thank you for tuning in. This lesson is for English 802 for technical and vocational schools. It's Unit 10, Lesson 2, Future Real Conditional. In order for you to do the lesson well, you need the following. Number 1, Project Success 1, Student's Book. You need to have it in your hand. Number 2, a notebook or a piece of paper. 3, a pen or a pencil. 4, a dictionary. All right, let's go to the lesson objectives. Number 1, you should be able, by the end of the lesson, to use the future, real, conditional in writing sentences. All right, so what is the future, real, conditional? That's a good question. This is an example for you. I, a degree, comma, I, a gap, have more chances, full stop. This is an example, but it needs something. Let's use the future real conditional. All right. If I have a degree, comma, I will have more chances. Let's take a look at another example. This is Nasser, gap, learn new skills, gap, he, gap, time, full stop. Now let's use the future real conditional. Nasser might learn new skills if he has time. Let's take a look at the third example. There is a gap. We, gap, late, comma, they, gap, be happy about it, full stop. If we come late, they might not be happy about it. So what is the real conditional? The real conditional, the future real conditional, is used to talk about what you think will happen in the future on actions you take now. So, in order for us to understand it fully, let's take a look. You have the timeline. It starts from the present, past, and future. Right? So, the future real conditional is used to talk about what you think will happen in the future. Okay? You see the X in there? That is the future. Based on actions. Like what? Like study, like drive, like eat. You take now. So we have two things to think about. Now, okay, and the future. Let's take a look how it is formed. We have two clauses. First one is if clause, and the second one is main clause. All right, so we start with if plus subject plus present simple, then the comma. Do not forget the comma. Then subject plus modal plus verb, full stop. Let's take a look. If you exercise, comma, you will be fit, full stop. This is the first example. Second one, if she calls, comma, he might answer. If they come late, comma, they might not find seats. So, the subject is here, you, he, they. Modal is will, might not. You can even use the negative in this. All right, let's flip them. So we start with the main clause and we end with the if clause. Both are switched. Let's take a look. You will be fit. You started with the subject, modal is here, verb, be fit. And verb is in the base form. You do not change it. So the base form of be is be. It comes in three forms. Am is an are. But after a modal, we cannot use am, is, or are. You use be. So if, take a look, it's in lowercase, the I. Do not forget this. It's in the middle of a sentence. If you exercise, full stop. He might answer if she calls, full stop. Take a look. The I is lowercase and calls is the present simple. Calls, she calls. You add the S. All right. They might not find seats. if they come late. Come late is also a present simple. All right. Now, let's do task 1. Question. Fill in the gaps in the following. You have a mark of 3. Number 1, you have a gap. You read every day, comma, you will be smart. So what do you write in here? Quickly do that. Time's up. Let's take a look. If. You use if in the conditional. All right, number 2. If you're correct, give yourself a mark. Number 2. If it, gap, cloudy, it's my train. And you have to use be between the brackets. Okay. All right, let's take a look. If it is cloudy, it's my train. So if it is, this is present simple. It's my train, this is the future. If you're correct, give yourself a mark. 3. If you sleep late, you might not gap early, full stop. You have to use wake up. All right. Let's take a look. You might not wake up. You do not change it. It goes back to the base form of the verb wake. All right. So give yourself a mark of 3 and let's carry on. You have task 2. This is practice on future real conditional. In your notebooks, answer the following. A. Combine the 2 sentences. We have 1 and we have 2 into 1, into just 1, using the future real conditional, like the example below. And we have an example. Henry takes the promotion, and this is a full stop. More nurses report to him. Our task is to combine them. Let's take a look. You have a mark of 6 to worry about. If Henry takes the promotion, and this is a comma, more nurses will report to him. Okay, so what changed? We have added if to make it conditional. And take a look at the H. It did not change. Why? Because Henry is a name, and proper names, you do not change the initials. We have added a comma. And what comes after the comma is the first letter in more. But this time, it is in lowercase. Because it comes after a comma, it is in the middle of a sentence. So this is about it. Now, I added will. You see? If you add will to report, it happens in the future. So you have 2 parts now, the present and the future. Okay, let's take a look at the examples that you need to worry about, and do not forget the mark. 2. He has more administrative duties, full stop. He does not see patients as often. 3. Henry takes the job, full stop. Henry is not very happy. 4. He wants to keep working, full stop. He needs to find a part-time job. Now you have 5 minutes to do this, and you have a mark of 6. All right, the 5 minutes are up. Now let's take a look at the answers. All right, we have a model answer for A. Number 1, if he has more administrative duties, comma, he won't see patients as often. 2, if Henry takes the job, comma, he might not be happy. 3, if he wants to keep working, comma, he will need to find a part-time job, full stop. Now we have assessment task number 3. In your notebooks, answer the following. Question. Write 4 sentences in future real conditional using the following. You have a mark of 8 and you have 5 minutes. The first one, he drive fast might get an accident. You have to use all of these words to make up the future real conditional. 2, the movie be boring, not watch. 3, you eat junk food, get sick. 4, he go to the mall, his father pick him up. Your task is to create or build a future real conditional. And you have 5 minutes. Welcome back. Now let's take a look at the model answer. Before you do that, you have the self-correcting tools. After you have finished, make sure you have in all of your sentences the following. Number 1, a capitalized first letter. Number 2, a full stop. Number 3, no spelling mistakes by checking every single word using a dictionary. Number 4, no grammatical errors by reviewing the lesson. Now let's take a look at the model answer. Number 1, if he drives fast, comma, he might get an accident. Number 2, if the movie is boring, I might not watch it. 3, you will get sick if you eat junk food. Number 4, if he goes to the mall, comma, his father will pick him up. Well done. Give yourself a tap on the back for finishing the lesson and give yourself 3 marks. Then calculate your final mark. Evaluating lesson objectives. You are able to use the future real conditional in writing sentences. And you have a grade of 20. Now, calculate that mark. If you have 100%, that means 20 marks correct. Proceed to the next lesson. If you have about 75%, that means 15 marks and above. Go over the lesson to the part you failed in and redo that. If you have a mark or a percentage of 75% or lower than that, that means 15 marks, then redo the lesson all over again. As always, practice makes perfect. Good luck. Thank you for your attention.